Tonight on Talking Sports, we got a local kid who has made his own fortune. And I'm already proud of you, but I'm just now getting to know Bruno Carnero. 18 years old, you're a Formula 3 racer.
Yes.
Got started here, you're headed to Japan tomorrow, and you're starting to get really, really good at this stuff. Driving fast is kind of your thing.
Yeah, I can say it's my passion.
And I want to hear all about how you guys started doing this.
Please, yes. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice
First
to meet
time.
you too.
Sorry.
No, you tell me your story. I'm really interested.
Yes, so my name is Bruno Carnero. I started when I was karting at 4 years old, and I've been racing until now, so 14 years of motorsports racing. And I got started in go-karts out at what used to be Black Rock, and it used to be Miller Motorsports Park, and is now Utah Motorsports Campus.
Yep.
So lots of name changes there, but that's how I got started in racing, back in go-karts. And after roughly 11 years of karting, I moved up into single-seaters, Formula cars, and I've been racing Formula cars since then. So.
And it's fascinating to find out how you kind of got your break in this. This isn't necessarily something where you've had a mentor your whole life and kind of urged you into it.
Right.
But you had a knack for, you used to race salt and pepper shakers at a restaurant that your dad helps work at?
Yeah, so that's how it started. I don't know, hopefully everybody knows Rodizio Grill.
Yeah, it's one of your sponsors
right
here,
everybody.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so Rodizio Grill is my main sponsor, and we're not family with the founder, but very close friends. I consider him an uncle, and my dad used to work, still works for the company.
Okay.
And when my dad went to the meetings, I would also have to go. And I had nothing to do. I was 3 years old at the time, you know, nothing to do.
You have to entertain yourself, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a restaurant. I got salt and pepper shakers. I'm fanatic for racing, and I started racing the salt and pepper shakers on the table. And I'd use the straws as corners and things like that. And it's kind of how I would spend my time, just always thinking about racing.
Okay.
And Ivan Utrera, the founder of Rodizio, saw that, and he wanted to get me started. Bought my first go-kart, and that's how we started growing from there since.
Okay, well, you can have an ambition to do something, but it doesn't necessarily always sit. I mean, it's not, not every kid can say, hey, I want to be a baseball player, and they're automatically a great baseball player.
Right.
What is it about you that it's working? Is it the tenacity? I mean, you have to have an incredible drive to do this stuff in the first place, but what I'm trying to get at here, I don't like to drive fast, so I would have to push myself to do that. When did you just take the ripcord off and start being a little reckless? I would imagine you have to be a little bit to be good at this.
You have to be safe so you don't crash.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely difficult with motorsports, especially for the fact that in a season you probably spend 30, 35 days of it driving, and the rest is working hard for the next season, things like that. So you really have to be motivated, and luckily I'm able to say that I'm very passionate for what I do. And I've had the opportunity, the main way I've been able to sustain myself in continuing racing is fundraising. So I go, now it's a little difficult. I lived in Japan as I competed in Formula 3 in Japan this year. I lived overseas by myself, so it was a little difficult, but in the past years, when I used to be cute, little cute kid, I used to go fundraising door to door, 5 nights a week, 3 hours every day. And in the rain, snow, I mean, now it's not snowing, so I guess it's a good time to go fundraising, right?
Yeah.
But now it's not when it's snowing, sun, raining, anything like that, we'd go out. My dad would drive me. Now I can drive myself, so it's a little easier. But we'd go door to door, just fundraising, and that's how I'd raise the money to make everything happen. And yeah.
Okay, so, and this is an interesting thing I thought of on the way into work today.
Okay.
So you were driving really, really fast before you had a driver's license.
Yes.
So did you teach the DMV something when you actually eventually went in and took your test?
No, I was very, very quiet with the driver test.
You probably had to learn how to drive slow.
Yes. Yeah. It was a little difficult. No, just kidding. But it's, I go fast on the road. Messed that up, right? Yeah. I go fast on the track.
On the track, but not
on the road. Yeah, so that's something everybody needs to be careful with, especially with the snow.
Okay.
A little dangerous, but yeah.
So tell me about the competition in Japan and also life in Japan. Do you enjoy it there?
I love it. Yeah, I have a second heart for Japan. I guess you could say it's my second home.
And you're picking up some of the language.
I am. Yes, I can speak quite a bit of Japanese, and I just love the culture, the people, and everything. I'm a diehard fan of sushi. So
yeah, me too.
Right at home, perfect. So. Yeah, I love the people and the culture and everything, and obviously racing there is difficult. I'm one of the few foreigners. Everybody there is mostly Japanese in Formula 3, so it was a little bit of a hurdle to overcome. Obviously being looked at differently, in a sense, and we fought through and we learned a lot, and I definitely got my name out there, and to the point where we have TV commentators talking about how next year people that are going to be fighting for the championship are, you know, so-and-so, so-and-so, and Bruno Carnero. So that's something that I'm very proud to say, and I'm happy that I was given the chance to race.
And then what do you want to eventually graduate to? Tell me about the process to get into Formula One.
Yeah, so Formula One's always been my dream, obviously,
Yep.
ever since I was a kid. And now racing in Japan, it's definitely opened my eyes. There's a series called Super Formula over there, and you know, you can definitely make a career out of that. And alongside Super Formula, there's almost like a second series that the drivers run as well, Super GT. So, you know, Japan gives you a big chance to run in Super Formula cars, and GT cars as well, and really make your name for it. And you know, even running in that series can really motivate you to step up into the next series. So,
do you run into a lot of kids like you that are this ambitious and outgoing? You do so much self-promotion. It's very impressive the way you got a hold of this. I mean, you know, and he's responsible for all this video that we get to show tonight. Do you run into a lot of kids like you?
Yeah, you know, I used to do a lot of motivational speeches, especially to try to
like 12
motivate,
years old. That's fantastic.
Yes, try to motivate people to really, you know, get a goal in life and really fight for it. So, you know, when you come across it, it's really good to see that somebody's fighting hard, and you know, makes you feel good as well. So it's good to have a passion and something to work hard
Even
for.
at 12 years old, so what was your message, you know, as far as being a motivational speaker? I was, you know, I do a fair amount of public speaking for kids who want to get into broadcasting, and I always say, set goals, learn how to use your goals to figure out where you are and what you need to do to get there. What's your message?
Yeah, really, it's just, you know, at a young age, have an idea of what you want to do. Don't just, you know, go through life and, you know, get the distractions in life, but really focus on one thing and work hard for it. And obviously the parents, I have great support by my family to be where I am at, and, you know, have the family also get involved and really work with your kids, you know, to make something happen. So.
Okay, so tell me about Japan. You actually get on a plane tomorrow, and head out there. That's so exciting. When is your first race when you get there?
So I'm actually going tomorrow for meetings. I have two companies.
Just meetings first. Okay.
And two big companies I'm meeting with tomorrow to really work hard for next year. It's all for next year to raise the money. And along, you know, going with the meetings, I'm always trying to get the local companies here in Utah to try to add on to my great list of sponsors for next year, and it's something I'd love to promote, you know, Utah companies. So yeah, I'm going tomorrow to Japan just for the two meetings, and then I'm coming back home for Christmas.
Corporate meetings at 18 years old. You know what I was doing when I was 18?
What's that?
None of your business. Hey, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I wish you safety. I wish you happiness. Keep running down those goals. You know what? Most of all, I notice about you, having you up here. You're a very friendly person.
Thanks.
And no, that is, I mean, that will take you anywhere you want to go in life. Being friendly is just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
It helps when you have a great guy like you next to me. So.
Gosh, you're too kind. Yeah.
Thank you.
Really a pleasure meeting you.
But thank you to everybody in Utah, everybody that's supported me along the years. So I'm looking forward to running Formula 3 next year and very well over in Japan. So.
And let's exchange phone numbers when we get off set, and we're going to keep in touch and follow up on you.
I appreciate that.
Bruno Carnero, Utah and on the rise here tonight on Talking Sports.
Thank you.